This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the number coding scheme. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper way of crossing streets between parked vehicles. This week's Buying Chuper shall be the limit on the number of passengers in PUVs. Showcase this week shall have a mid-size SUV from Nissan, the Terra VL 4x4. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of Ineos Super Sprint Clinic at Open Track.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
The all-new Mitsubishi X-Force. Be the force.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. SMC seems to be insatiable when it comes to tollways. According to the TRB, the conglomerate led by Ramon Ang has 323 billion pesos worth of tollway projects on the construction or pre-construction stage and on the final planning stages. San Miguel Corporation is on track to start construction of over 300 billion pesos worth of tollways in Luzon in the next 12 months, according to Toll Regulatory Board Executive Director Alvin Carullo. In news reports, Carullo said these include the Northern Access Link Expressway or NALEX, the Southern Access Link Expressway or SALEX, and the South Luzon Expressway Toll Road 5. Phase 1 of the Northern Access Link Expressway or NALEX will construct a 136.4-kilometer tollway from Metro Manila to the New Manila International Airport in Bulacan and Central Luzon and is expected to cost at least 148.3 billion pesos. The second phase will extend NALEX from Masantol in Pampanga to Tarlac City. Construction of the first phase is expected to start in the last quarter of 2024 following the approval of the final engineering design. The SALEX will connect NMIA and the Ninoy Aquino International Airport via 40.67 kilometers of mostly elevated roads extending from the Skyway system following the coastlines of Metro Manila. As proposed, the project is estimated to cost 152.39 billion. Carullo said TRB expects construction of the SALEX to start early next year following the submission and approval of the final engineering design. He added that next year, SMC is scheduled to start the construction of the first leg of the SLEX TR5. Estimated to cost 22.6 billion, the first leg will see the construction of a 60-kilometer tollway from Lucena to Gumaca in Quezon.
SMC's insatiability for tollways will certainly improve mobility in Luzon, not only for private motorists but also for the commuting public. Meanwhile, railway renaissance does have a ring to it. But does it really describe what's happening in the country's railway system? A DOTR official seems to think so.
The Department of Transportation believes the country has entered a period of renaissance when it comes to railways. During the recent PhilRailway Tech Conference, DOTR Assistant Secretary for Railways Georgette Aquino said 23 of the 69 infrastructure projects of the DOTR would improve and expand the country's railway network. Aquino cited 5 big-ticket projects currently being undertaken that, when completed, would form a unified network of railways that will bolster the economy and regional cooperation. These are North-South Commuter Railway System or NSCR, Metro Manila Subway Project Phase 1, LRT Line 1 Cavite Extension Project, MRT Line 7, and the MRT Line 3 Rehabilitation and Maintenance. She noted that 5 more railway projects are in the pre-construction stage while 13 are in the development stage. By 2030, these projects would establish a network of railway tracks that total 1,233 kilometers, an increase of more than 350% compared to the existing 270 kilometers of railways today.
Indeed, railways can become a major pillar of a modern and efficient mass transport system that most of us experience and envy whenever we visit other countries. Let's all support the railway renaissance. Continuing, LRT1 has shown much improved operations lately with help from Japanese company Sumitomo. Now it adds another Japanese technical partner, Hankyu.
Light Rail Manila Corporation, private operator of Light Rail Transit Line 1, has signed a technical assistance agreement with Sumitomo Corporation and Hankyu Corporation. Under the agreement, Hankyu will provide technical assistance to LRMC in evaluating LRT1 operations and improve its process and personnel training. LRT1 will also benefit from Hankyu's expertise in areas such as railway operations and maintenance, non-fare revenue, land value capturing, and urban development planning. In a press statement, Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista said the technical assistance from Hankyu will be most helpful with the LRT1 Cavite extension about to start partial operations very soon. He added that this latest partnership for LRT1's operations and maintenance services as a showcase to convince new Japanese investors to seriously consider Philippine mass transport projects.
Japan is renowned for the efficiency of its subways and railways. Here's hoping that this partnership between LRMC and Hankyu will lead to more efficient and reliable railways in the country. And finally, it has always been a problem for the LTO to keep track of drivers apprehended for traffic violations in the many cities and municipalities across the country. The LTO believes data interconnectivity and its single ticketing system would solve this problem. More and more LGUs are hooking up to the LTO's and STS and data network. Baguio is the latest to link up with the LTO.
The Land Transportation Office and the Baguio City Government have signed a memorandum of agreement to interconnect respective traffic enforcement data systems. LTO Chief Vigor D. Mendoza II said the agreement will be helpful in traffic management, disciplining drivers, and streamlining the payment of penalties. Mendoza noted that Baguio implements innovative smart mobility solutions to combat congestion. The MOA could also lead to sharing of best practices and other joint efforts for road safety, which could be shared with other LGUs with interconnectivity agreements with the LTO, he added. Another LTO official sees other benefits.
Alam po natin ang isang problema dyan sa mga ordinansa, sa traffic ordinance ng mga LGUs, maski nahuli po ang isang driver or isang driver operator, hindi po maia-alarm sa system. Mahirap po ang revenue collection. However, pag naka-interconnect po sa LTO, pwede na po nilang i-alarm sa system.
In this day and age of digitalization, it's a wonder that not all LGUs are linking up with the LTO to help in road safety, enforcement of traffic rules, and the disciplining of motorists. And those are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. By now, most motorists are already aware of the number coding scheme in Metro Manila meant to ease congestion. Still, a reminder of details of the coding scheme can be of help, especially for those who are coming to the Metro for the first time. This Motoring Forum discusses significant details of the coding scheme.
For more than a decade now, the MMDA has been implementing various schemes to reduce the number of vehicles on the road and to ease congestion. Remember the odd-even scheme? This and other variations have been tried and discarded over the years. The latest iteration, implemented starting in August 15, 2023, is the so-called Expansion Number Coding Scheme. In essence, this is the UVVRP, or Unified Vehicle Volume Reduction Program, that Metro Manila motorists have grown familiar with, which restricts the use of vehicles on identified thoroughfares on weekdays depending on the last digit of their license plates. By now, motorists in Metro Manila already know which day of the week their vehicles are restricted. License plates or conduction stickers for those without them, ending with 1 or 2 Monday, 3 or 4 Tuesday, 5 or 6 Wednesday, 7 or 8 Thursday, 9 or 0 Friday. In the current iteration of the UVVRP, coding hours are 7 to 10 in the morning and 5 to 8 in the afternoon and evening. Number coding mainly covers private vehicles. The MMDA lists the type of vehicles that are not covered by the coding scheme, and these are public utility vehicles, Transport Network Vehicle Services or TNVS, motorcycles, garbage, fuel, and fire trucks, marked government vehicles and marked media vehicles, motor vehicles carrying essential or perishable goods, doctors with valid and updated PRC licenses, and electrical and hybrid vehicles with legitimate LTO certification and special EV and hybrid vehicle plates. The MMDA lists the following thoroughfares where they primarily are tasked to enforce coding hours: EDSA, C5, Recto Avenue, Quirino Avenue, Araneta Avenue, C6, Ross Boulevard, Taft Avenue, Shaw Boulevard, Ortigas Avenue, Magsaysay Boulevard, Aurora Boulevard, Quezon Avenue, Bonifacio Avenue, Rizal Avenue, Del Pan, Marcos Highway. Tollways are not covered by coding, as well as other roads leading to the airport. These include the following: NAIA Expressway, Skyway System, South Luzon Expressway, Domestic Road, Ninoy Aquino Avenue, Mia Road, parts of Airport Road, some parts of Buendia, and tollway extensions. Motorists need to be aware that the 17 local government units making up Metro Manila also enforce their own number coding policies on roads and streets in respective jurisdictions. Mainly, the LGUs use the same restricted and window hours as set by the MMDA, but with their own exemptions and specific coverage. Makati has most restrictive coding policies, restricting private vehicles from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. with no window hours. However, it exempts vehicles with drivers or passengers who are senior Makati citizens. Also exempted are vehicles on official function or with medical emergencies. San Juan also practices a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. coding scheme. In the opposite end, Muntinlupa does not have a citywide coding scheme. Coding is only implemented on 2 thoroughfares: Ayala Alabang National Road, Ayala Alabang Zapote Road, Corner Buen Camino, and North Gate. The same goes for Taguig, which only implements coding on national roads within its boundaries, including the East Service Road and Manuel L. Quezon Avenue. Marikina City does not implement a number coding scheme. However, the MMDA restricts coded vehicles on portions of Marcos Highway in the city, specifically from areas near the Santa Lucia East Mall and the Ayala Malls Feliz. Quezon City, Pasig, Parañaque, and Mandaluyong hew closely to the MMDA's UVVRP policies, implementing the same coding and window hours on streets in respective jurisdictions. Aside from the roads already mentioned, as Domestic Road, Ninoy Aquino Avenue, Mia Road, parts of Airport Road, and parts of Buendia, Pasay City also implements the MMDA coding and window hours. Caloocan City observes the MMDA window and coding hours. However, the busy Samson Road does not have window hours. Valenzuela City also implements the MMDA coding and window hours, but mainly on the following roads: MacArthur Highway, Maysan, Paso de Blas, Bagbagin Road, Karuhatan, General T. De Leon Road, Governor I. Santiago Road, Malintato Tatawid, Mindanao Avenue or Barangay Ugong, East and West NLEX Service Road, T. Santiago Road, Sapambacao, Lawang Bato, Punturin, Bingay Road. Motorists must also be aware the number coding scheme is now being implemented in a few cities outside of Metro Manila now suffering from severe traffic congestion. These include Baguio, Cabanatuan, and Dagupan. It's a good idea to make it a habit to ask oneself where a vehicle is subject to coding or restrictions before starting out on the road.
Traffic congestion continues to worsen even with the coding scheme in place, although arguably it could be worse without it. But at the end of the day, other solutions need to be studied and implemented. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Kailangan ng maaasahan, kailangan ng matibay, pang matagalan kasama mo sa pag-unlad ng negosyo. Modernong disenyo, kayang-kaya ang kargo mo ng tatak na ito. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up mo yung negosyo. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up with Isuzu Travis.
Every day the same? Time to break through. Experience a new connection with elevated hybrid technology and safety capabilities for a next-level experience. Sporty yet elegant, it's the most advanced CR-V. Breakthrough every day. The all-new Honda CR-V.
Today's cars are getting smarter and safer. Still, the young need to be reminded now and then about how to be smart and safe on the road. Here's our Young Street Smart segment with a road safety reminder from Toyota Motor Philippines. If you're going to cross a street between parked vehicles, it's always better and safer kung titingin ka muna sa kaliwa at kanan bago tuluyang tumawid. Minsan ay nakaharang sa paningin ang mga nakapara at maaari kang masagasaan ng paparating na sasakyan kung basta-basta ka lang tatawid. Always ensure your safety first before taking any action while on the road. Motoring these days can be stressful. Here's another Paing Chuper tip that will help avoid or alleviate stress out on the road.
Payo Chuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo Chuper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstra bangko sa gitna ng pampasadang sasakyan.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payo Chuper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo Chuper.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, Max Verstappen took his 7th F1 win of the 2024 F1 season, holding off the challenge of Lando Norris to cross the finish line just 2.2 seconds ahead of the McLaren driver in the Spanish Grand Prix. After a number of dramatic on-track battles with Carlos Sainz and Ferrari, Lewis Hamilton earned his first podium finish of the season, coming in third just under 5 seconds ahead of Mercedes teammate George Russell. Charles Leclerc ended the race in 5th position just ahead of teammate Sainz at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Oscar Piastri of McLaren was a close 7th, Sergio Perez of Red Bull a far 8th. Pierre Gasly and Esteban rounded out the top 10 in Spain, 9th and 10th respectively, both Alpine drivers scoring points in Spain. After the 10 rounds, Verstappen leads the championship point standing with 237, Norris is second with 156, Leclerc is third with 150.
More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend.
Mga clinics, they encourage newbies for everyone who wants to start in motorsports. Mainly, this is for newbies and for existing competitors para ma-polish pa yung skills nila. The clinic is divided into 3 stages kanina. There was a high speed with 2 U-turn slots. Then yung next is 5 gates na parang slalom. And then yung third was yung chicane. So participants were divided into 3. So, para ma-accommodate nila lahat. For beginners, syempre, they would teach you the basics. How can you control your car? And for the existing competitors, and how can you improve your time? In racing, every bit of input dun sa mga veterans is very crucial. Every millisecond counts.
It's very important kasi ang tinuturo namin is basics. Hindi siya yung the only right thing na gawin, but it's one of the basic things na kailangan nilang matutunan bago sila mag-advance sa ibang techniques. And itong mga bagong drivers, yung introduction nila into racing is the proper do's and don'ts.
Super Sprint and the Auto Performance, we have very similar values where we want to treat people inclusively, we want to grow motorsport and develop the next generation of car enthusiasts and racing enthusiasts. So today we are actually launching the race team, which has been dormant for several years, for the first time in 5 years. So Auto Performance Motorsport is now Auto Performance Kickstart Racing, thanks to our new title sponsor, Kickstart Coffee, with the cooperation of Goodyear Tires, Aguila Auto Glass, Brembo Philippines, and so many more.
If you want to try out racing, wag kayo mahiya. Here in Super Sprint, you can use stock cars as long as it's roadworthy. Meron naman silang screw team, may med team who will guide us. Just in case lang may accidents, they are prepared. So, in terms of gastos, an entry fee of as low as 800 pesos, you can join Super Sprint.
And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break. Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. This showcase takes a look at the Terra, Nissan's entry into the crowded mid-size SUV segment. Does it stand out, and how?
Back then, Nissan touted the Terra as a descendant of the Patrol, the brand's famously tough off-road vehicle designed originally for police and military use. The ladder frame Nissan Terra caught the attention of local SUV buyers with its robust exterior design, spacious interior, and advanced driving technology. Now in 2024, Nissan is using the same formula and looking to stand out in an even more crowded SUV market compared to 2018. The 2024 Nissan Terra looks even more robust with a sculpted body that just hints at some of the trendy design elements now found in modern vehicles. The 2024 Nissan Terra presents a rugged yet sleek stance on the road for an SUV that is 4,900mm long, 1,865mm wide, and 1,865mm tall, with a 2,850mm long wheelbase. Riding on 255/60 R18 tires, the Terra clears the ground by 225mm. Nissan outfitted the Terra with the latest in exterior features and modern equipment expected in SUVs. The Nissan Terra comes standard with quad LED projector headlights with auto leveling, auto on-off and follow-me home function, as well as LED daytime running lights. The rear also looks good with tastefully designed LED rear combination lamps and rear spoiler. The 2024 Nissan 4x4 VL variant is distinguished by a combination of chrome front grille, body-colored bumpers with silver undergarnish, body-colored side view mirrors with integrated turn signal lights, and auto-fold power adjust function, silver side step boards and roof rails, body-color rear spoiler, chrome tailgate garnish, and silver rear underguard. Other exterior features include high mounts top lamp, 2-speed variable intermittent front windshield wipers with rain sensors and single-speed wipers in the rear. The robust yet modern and classy exterior is complemented by plush and roomy cabin with all the comfort, convenience, and smart connectivity features of the modern world. This starts with smart keyless entry and push-button start system. This gets you into the Terra that looks and feels rich and comfortable amid lots of softly padded surfaces. The Nissan Terra in VL trim comes with black leather upholstery for the seats and the gear shift lever. The VL 4x4 is differentiated by its burgundy leather for the interior trim and padding for the center console armrest. The VL variants also come with zero-gravity type front seats, with 10-way power adjust including lumbar support for the driver but only 4-way manual adjust for the front passenger. The second row seat for 3 splits folds and tumbles 60/40. The third row seat for 2 splits 50/50 and can be folded flat to provide more room for luggage and other cargo. Nissan also tastefully fitted the Terra, especially the 4x4 VL, with techie features. The instrument cluster features a 7-inch high-contrast display, while on the center of the dash is the 9-inch advanced touchscreen display for the infotainment system. The infotainment system on the VL variants feature Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth connectivity, premium Bose 8-speaker audio system, as well as an 11-inch flip-down monitor with HDMI portal for those in the rear. No worries or fights over charging phones and gadgets. There are USB Type-A and C ports for those in the front, second, and third row seats. The VL variants also feature dual-zone automatic climate control system with rear cooler with 360-degree vents, speed-sensing power door locks, electronic parking brake, and wireless charger pad. While providing all the modern comforts and conveniences on short and long drives, the Terra 4x4 VL can be described as a go-anywhere vehicle. The 2024 Nissan Terra is powered by a 2,488cc inline 4-cylinder diesel engine with variable turbocharger and intercooler that generates 190 PS and 450 Nm of torque. Those numbers provide adequate power and torque for cruising on highways and crawling on off-road tracks. On the VL and VE variants, the engine is made to a 7-speed automatic transmission with manual mode. The VL 4x4 AT comes with part-time 4-wheel drive system which can shift on the fly from 2H, 4H, and 4L mode with a turn of a dial. It is also equipped with an electronic locking rear differential. With a tilt and telescopic steering wheel and 10-way power adjust seat, driver can also set his preferred driving position on the highway or on rougher terrains. The Nissan Terra VL and VE variants come with an all-wheel disc brake system, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. The suspension system features front independent double wishbones with coil spring and stabilizer bar and multi-link with coil spring and stabilizer bar in the rear. The durable suspension system complements the rigid, fully boxed ladder frame of the Terra to resist the bending and twisting that can happen when moving on rough and tough terrains. Except for the base model EL4x2 MT, all Terra variants are equipped with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, a suite of advanced driver assist and safety tech that includes intelligent forward collision warning, intelligent emergency braking, lane departure warning, intelligent driver alertness, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, hill start assist, and advanced driver assist display, intelligent rear view mirror, and intelligent around view monitor with moving object detection. The VL 4x4 variants also come with off-road monitor as well as hill descent control. Standard equipment for safety on all Terra variants includes 6 airbags, 3-point ELR seatbelts in front and second row passengers, lap belts for third row seat passengers. Nissan may have hit that sweet spot for 7-seater SUVs that allow families to have truly relaxed outings or be confident going on thrilling off-road adventures.
If you're one looking for more class than flash in your SUV, perhaps the Nissan Terra is for you. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So,
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
The Ford Mustang is a muscle car meant for the drag strip and the track. It also can be a great daily driver. The Ford Bronco is meant for off-road ventures, while also equipped and outfitted for comfortable rides in the city. Ford Philippines showed off the capabilities of the Mustang and Bronco in a 2-day media test drive event in Pampanga. The Mustang was at the Clark International Speedway where Ford set a number of activities to highlight its capabilities.
Here at the Clark International Speedway, the media has the opportunity to really get out here and take these exciting Mustangs out on the track. And it's really all about the driving experience. So the best place to have that kind of experience with our legendary Mustang is on a track that's designed for a performance vehicle for this kind of experience. So the team gets to experience acceleration, speed, handling, the ride dampening, and the less roll, the comfort. The track experience here is really fully designed by our partners here to make sure you can experience all aspects.
Ford also designed a course to show off the Bronco's performance on off-road trails and river crossings.
The best way to experience Bronco and what it's designed for is off-road. So the off-road track that we've designed includes water wading. And we're not just talking driving across a little waterway. It's amazing because you drive down the river and you fully experience the drive in and out of the water, which was just incredible. And not only that, there's also the trail assist feature, which I've never experienced it before until today. But that trail assist feature really demonstrates how Bronco can turn on a dime, essentially. So the functionality, the feature for those enthusiasts, and these are the kind of people who are interested in Bronco, for those enthusiasts, that's the kind of thing that they will benefit most from driving and experiencing Bronco. And given the opportunity, when you're off-road, the fact that Bronco, you can take the doors off, you can take the roof off, and you can have that full experience and just, really drive Bronco and experience it the way it's intended.
GAC Motor Philippines showed what makes the M6 Pro a perfect MPV for families. Select members of media got to experience the benefits of owning the GAC M6 Pro on a drive up north from GAC Manila Bay with a stop to the R33 drift track in San Simon, Pampanga.
We and our media friends will be testing and driving the new GAC M6 Pro, where they will be, of course, driving it from Manila Bay and bringing it all the way to the north. We'll be in R33 test track also to test out the performance of the vehicle and and hopefully have a good time at it.
At the R33 drift track, renowned race driver George Ramirez prepared a number of activities to showcase the various driver assistance safety features that make the M6 Pro a comfortable, enjoyable, and safe MPV for the family.
So the first one was just basic handling. Second one was a little more dynamic, where you come into the corner at 60, then in the middle of the corner, you had to slam on your brakes in a slippery surface. So that one, the car with ABS can still steer. And I brake really excessively strong, so it's like panic braking, which is a worst case scenario. You weren't gentle on the brakes, you just jammed it with all your adrenaline. And yet the car could still turn and follow the shape of the corner. So that's what the first one was. Then we go to what we call the moose test. That one is, let's say you were driving down NLEX, a truck in front of you, the compressor just falls out, and you have to suddenly swerve and you didn't even have time to step on the brake pedal. And so the car helps you, stability control helps you keep the car under control. The final exercise was just a way to try to make it a lot clearer to understand what's happening in the car when you electronic brake distribution, which is your stability control, and your traction control, which is when you're accelerating, what's actually happening there. That's why we made a super slippery surface and a super dry surface halving the car, which for sure, without it, you're spinning out to the left in one and spinning out to the right in the other. With this thing, we were going straight. I don't know if you saw me on the last one, I even showed them, look, no hands. And the car just kept going straight, right?
Also at the R33 drift track, GAC Motors' Dong Magsaho demonstrated some of the features that make the M6 Pro a great family vehicle.
Going into the back of the car, you will see now lots of space, right? Because now I folded down the third row. But the third row is very, very easy actually to access. All you have to do is roll it up, hold this. The nice thing about our seats is that you can even adjust the angle. So if you have passengers in the back who are also looking to be comfortable, then you have very, very nice features here. We also have charging ports left and right, like I mentioned earlier. So this is meant for everybody. First, second, and third row passengers, everybody. Nice access to some nice to haves in the charging ports, but also some legroom and headroom that is, I would argue, best in class.
BYD Car Philippines organized a test drive event to showcase that its electric vehicles provide high-performance level capabilities. Held at the Ayala Verbosa Sports Club in Cavite, the event featured the BYD Tang crossover and the BYD Han executive sedan.
In this event, why do we have these two models is to showcase really the performance aspect of BYD vehicles. It's very important to note that electric vehicles, especially BYD, the world leader in new energy vehicles, do perform really well, and I would even say better than your normal internal combustion engine vehicles, in terms of acceleration and handling. Like this BYD Tang behind me, it has a dual motor, it has superb all-wheel drive capabilities, and we're actually able to show that in this event as well. The BYD Han, on the other hand, is actually rated to go 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds. So that's actually supercar levels, and we'll actually be able to compare that in this event.
The event featured several activities designed by renowned race driver George Ramirez that showcased the exceptional handling and acceleration of the BYD Tang and Han. The activities included driving slow and then fast through a chicane with a wet slippery surface and an acceleration run on drag strip.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 38th year of continuing service to the general motoring public, with the lifelong commitment to promote road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy motoring!